Failure is not a single, sudden catastrophe. It is a slow, invisible erosion, the quiet surrender of small battles, the silent acceptance of a life less than what you once dreamed. Most people do not fail in one grand moment. They fail slowly, step by hesitant step, choice by frightened choice, until they wake up imprisoned by a life they never meant to build. But you are not most people. Most people fail because they surrender their power. They believe the lie that their circumstances are stronger than their will. They sit still when life demands movement. They hesitate when the future begs for boldness. They whisper when the world is asking them to roar. Albert Einstein once said, "Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving." Movement, forward, relentless. Not because the road is smooth, but because your spirit refuses to stop. The great minds of history, Lincoln, Ford, Edison, Carnegie, they did not glide to greatness on a golden path. They bled for every inch. They wrestled their doubts to the ground. They stood back up when the world demanded they kneel. It was not their talents that saved them. It was not their connections. It was not even their intelligence. It was their refusal to stop moving forward. Their refusal to quit when every voice around them, even their own, said, "Give up." Because most people fail when pain arrives. They run at the first sting of discomfort. They confuse struggle with defeat. They think temporary failure means permanent incapacity. But greatness is born in the very fires that most people run from. The question is not whether you will be tested. You will. The question is not whether you will fall. You will. The question is, will you get back up one more time than you fall? Will you move when everything inside you screams to freeze? Mindset is the silent architect of destiny. Most people fail because they build their life with the wrong blueprint, a blueprint of fear, doubt, and limitation. They never dare to redesign it. They live trapped in rooms they never meant to furnish. But you will burn that blueprint to ashes if it no longer serves you. You will build with the steel of discipline, the concrete of belief, the glass of vision. You will craft a life that rises higher than fear, stronger than doubt, brighter than failure. Most people fail because they wait for permission to believe in themselves. They hand their dreams to the opinions of strangers. They build their futures on the shifting sands of validation. But validation is a drug for the weak. You are not here to be liked. You are here to become. The universe does not reward the person who fits in best. It rewards the one who moves with such conviction the world has no choice but to rearrange itself. Einstein said, "The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Adaptation is survival. Rigidity is death." Most people fail because they refuse to evolve. They cling to their old selves like shipwreck survivors clinging to sinking wood, afraid that if they let go, they will drown. But the truth is, if you refuse to let go, you are already drowning. Transformation demands sacrifice. Success demands that you become someone bigger than the person who started the journey. There is no growth without shedding. There is no victory without loss. You must be willing to die to your old self 1,000 times and be reborn stronger each time. Most people fail because they quit too soon. They treat every obstacle as a signal to retreat instead of a call to advance. They forget that even the tallest mountains were conquered one small, grueling step at a time. Persistence is the hidden currency of greatness. Every time you push when it hurts, every time you stand when you could collapse, Every time you believe when it would be easier to doubt, you are buying your future. When Thomas Edison was told he had failed 1,000 times, he smiled and said, "I have not failed. I have just found 1,000 ways that won't work." Understand this. Every failure is simply one step closer to mastery. Every defeat is a sharpening of your edge. You are not defined by the punches you take. You are defined by whether you get up swinging. Most people fail because they treat time like an infinite resource. They act as though someday is guaranteed. They whisper, "tomorrow," not knowing that life only ever promised them today. But you will act with urgency. You will move as if the clock is counting down, because it is. You will stop waiting for the stars to align. You will realize that you are the star and your moment is now. Greatness belongs to those who take the first step without seeing the whole staircase. To those who run toward fear instead of away from it. To those who build the habit of relentless action. When it is easy, and more importantly, when it is not. You must forge your willpower in fire. You must treat every setback as training. You must understand that destiny is not given. It is seized by those brave enough to claim it. Carnegie once said, "The man who acquires the ability to take full possession of his own mind may take possession of anything else to which he is justly entitled." Most people fail because they never take full possession of their own mind. They live as prisoners of circumstance, of emotion, of habit. But not you. You will master your mind, and through it, master your life. You will hold your vision so clearly, so fiercely, that no storm will blur it, no failure will shake it, no fear will fracture it. Vision is your compass. Discipline is your engine. Relentless action is your path. There will be days when the weight feels unbearable, when the doubt feels unshakable, when quitting would seem so much easier than continuing. And it is in those moments that most people fail. But it is also in those moments that legends are born. Because the difference between greatness and mediocrity is not found in easy days. It is written in the hard days, the days when every fiber of your being screams, "Stop," and you move anyway. You must not merely act. You must act relentlessly, not in spurts, not when it's convenient, not when you feel like it. Relentless action is a way of breathing. It is a covenant you make with yourself, a vow you refuse to break. Your mind will try to bargain with you. It will tell you to rest when you should move. It will whisper lies dressed as logic. Maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe you're not ready. Maybe you should wait for a better time. Silence that voice. There is no better time. There is only now. You were not born to live small. You were not born to kneel at the altar of fear. You were not crafted by the forces of this universe simply to survive. You were created to build, to dare, to carve your mark so deeply into the fabric of time that eternity itself will remember you. Gratitude must be your secret weapon. Most people fail because they resent the struggle. They curse the mountain for being steep instead of thanking it for making them strong. But gratitude transforms hardship into honor. When you are grateful even for the obstacles, you disarm them. You strip them of their power. You rise above the bitterness that devours lesser souls. A grateful heart is an unstoppable force, because gratitude is not passive. It is active, a declaration of power. It says, "I see the storm. I welcome it. I will dance inside it." You must see every challenge as an offering, every delay as preparation, every heartbreak as refinement. The fire is not there to destroy you, it is there to forge you. Adaptability is your armor. Most people fail because they refuse to change when life demands it. They try to win tomorrow's battles with yesterday's weapons. But you will evolve. You will pivot with the winds, but never lose your course. You will be rooted in purpose, but fluid in strategy. Because the oak tree that bends survives the hurricane. The one that refuses breaks. When your plan shatters, you will not shatter with it. You will build again, faster, smarter, stronger. When life closes one door, you will not stand there pounding with bloody fists. You will find another door, or build your own. Resilience is not merely surviving the fall, it is rising faster each time you hit the ground. You must become unbreakable, unshakable, unstoppable. Most people fail because they mistake resilience for perfection. They think being strong means never falling. But strength is not about avoiding the fall, it's about mastering the rise. You will train yourself to rise with urgency, to rise with fire still burning in your chest, to rise with even greater hunger than before. Lincoln lost dozens of elections before becoming the president who changed the course of history. Edison faced thousands of failed experiments before giving the world the electric light. Ford was ridiculed, mocked, doubted, until he put the world on wheels. Their secret was not luck. Their secret was not charm. Their secret was this: they refused to let failure define them. And neither will you. Learning must be your obsession. Most people fail because they believe success is something you stumble upon, not something you sharpen yourself into. They stop reading, they stop listening, they stop growing, and they wonder why their dreams wither. But you will feed your mind like a warrior sharpens his sword. Every day is a chance to learn. Every failure is a lesson written in blood and gold. Every mistake, a brutal but honest teacher. The greatest power you will ever have is not knowledge. It is the hunger to keep learning. Because the moment you believe you know enough, you have already started to decay. Einstein himself said, "Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death." You will treat every sunrise as an invitation to sharpen your mind. You will seek wisdom like a starving man seeks bread. You will forge yourself into a living, breathing force of nature, constantly evolving, endlessly expanding. And as your mind expands, so will your world. Most people fail because they underestimate the compound power of relentless effort. They want explosive results from sporadic action. They crave victory without consistency. But you understand that success is not a single moment of brilliance. It is the accumulation of countless unseen victories. It is the quiet decision to show up. It is the unseen hours of grinding when no one is watching. It is the willingness to plant seeds you may not see bloom for years. Relentless action means moving without the guarantee of immediate reward. It means trusting the invisible processes you ignite every time you refuse to quit. A river does not carve a canyon overnight. It wears down mountains with patient, persistent flow. You are the river. You are the force that keeps moving, that wears down resistance with sheer will. Your dreams will not be stolen by failure. They will not be stolen by pain. They will not be stolen by the opinions of others. They can only be stolen by your own decision to stop, and you will never stop. You will cultivate a mind that is loyal to your future, not your fears. You will build a heart that beats louder for your dreams than for your doubts. You will rise each morning with the decision already made. Today, I move forward. And when the winds howl, you will lean into them. When the storms rage, you will sail through them. When the night seems endless, you will become your own light. Because the truth is simple. Most people fail because they forget who they are. But you will remember. You are not your failures. You are not your fears. You are not the voices that told you to settle. You are the storm. You are the fire. You are the relentless force that will bend this world to your will. You will not live and die wondering, what if? You will live and die knowing you gave it everything. Because at the end of the road, when your bones are dust and your name echoes through the halls of time, it will not be the winds alone that define you. It will be that you never surrendered, that you dared, that you moved, that you became. This is the power of relentless action. This is the path of the few. This is the life you were born to claim. So rise, move, dare, become, and never, ever stop.